What is up, folks? Welcome back to another session of Act Now Hot Issue. What's for lunch together with me, Mio Adlan, on this glorious Friday afternoon. The weekend is upon us. The weekend is upon us. Definitely tomorrow we'll be celebrating weekends. But to be honest with you, me personally, I don't know about you guys. Weekend and weekdays feels the same. We're still stuck in our own home, doing work from home. Not really that much changes. Cases are still at a constant five figure, 15,000 and above. Yesterday was recorded at about 17,000 cases a day that was reported. But at least vaccination is being ramped up. We have 500,000 vaccination happening about 2 straight days now. Hopefully that would help with the current situation at hand with us combating the COVID 19. Okay, enough about COVID 19 for now. Let us talk about today's hot issue, whatever it is that we want to share with you guys, whatever it is that we want to, discuss with you guys in a way. But of course, I will not be doing this alone. Partner in crime, the guy who needs to raise his hands should he has a question, Mr. Melvin Lam. Hey, Melvin, what's up?
Oh, well, very good afternoon. Well, weekends is no difference from weekdays, actually.
Isn't it? Weekend ke weekday ke sama je kan? I mean, like you don't really feel that difference. I mean, like in comparison, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago kan sebenarnya.
Yes, because of late. I always wake up wondering what day it is of the week.
Yeah, apparently, like your Monday feels like a Sunday, your Saturday feels like a Tuesday. It's just a day that exists
just
in
another
your
day.
calendar. Exactly, it's just another day. But nevertheless, Melvin, we are here to help, or at least to educate and to give information to our fellow viewers about what is
Yes,
hot,
of course.
right?
We're here to highlight some of the issues that we might think the community might be interested, and we will share our opinions. I mean, it's our own personal opinions.
Exactly.
We, of course, we have to qualify ourselves. We are not authority in the field that we discuss, but well, we treat it very friendly as citizens of Malaysia. If these things arise, the issue has arise, what is our opinions? It's just like a coffee table talk. We have a chit chat over lunch, a topic of communications. Rather, we just look at our own phone. I mean, it's good. It's healthy that way. I mean, we try to have at least some personal context in terms of communications, rather through a wire phone.
Exactly. This is our version of your teh tarik session at your mama's stall, but we're actually bringing it to you online. And again, as what Melvin has mentioned, and this is also a disclaimer to everyone out there, we are not professionals. We are not professional psychiatrists. We do not represent any what you call it, adun or MP or whatnot. We're not into politics. We are just expressing our opinions as Malaysians on whatever that is happening all around the world. And we also encourage you, Malaysians, to all our viewers out there, should you have your own opinion, should you have your own questions, feel free to drop it down on our comment box, that side, or comment box, because we do want to hear from you. Kita nak dengar juga your opinion, kita nak dengar juga pandangan anda tentang apa yang kita discuss. Now, to start things off, to what we want to discuss today, Marvin, are you an owner of a vehicle that usually macam like dia ada sunroof tu kan? You boleh buka sunroof ke? You dapat menghirup udara yang segar apabila kenderaan you berjalan ke? Do you own such vehicles?
I don't have a helicopter.
I didn't ask for helicopter lah. I tak tanya you ada helicopter ke tidak. Kalau tidak, we're gonna be biased already.
You're saying there's something high above.
No, not high above. We're talking about just a sunroof. Kan kadang-kadang kalau kita nak drive pergi Genting Highlands kan, you would wind down your window, you would, open your sunroof because you want to get that fresh air. That's what I meant.
No sunroof. I don't have the kind of privilege. Mine is just a still off top, car top, no sunroof.
No sunroof.
Probably wind down the window. If you drive up to Camerons or Genting, I do a so-called wind down because of fresh air and all these things.
Now, why am I mentioning this, Melvin? Why am I mentioning this is because that a lot of Malaysians out there, they actually had a very unique experience getting on a public transportation in which that they were able to actually get extra fresh air, because as reported in the Mail recently, as reported in the newspaper as well as social media, they
Yeah.
had an experience of a lifetime where the LRT that they were in had their doors open throughout the whole time they were in. What is
Oh
going
my
on? That's
God,
super cool, isn't it?
that's cool, and it's a horrified experience, I believe. I hope they
Yeah,
have a sit down.
yeah. I mean, like, what have you heard about this? I mean, share your experience. What have you read and what have you actually come across with, Melvin?
Well, this is the first time I think in the history of Malaysia of these trains, RapidKL trains, that has where they are in operations. The door was not closed.
Hmm.
Well, honestly, if I'm in the train, I would be horrifying because I normally don't see any so-called they put their officers there. Unlike you are in the airplane, they have the stewards and all those things. If anything happen, they at least guide you. So if I'm a train and the door is open while in operations and air start to flow in, probably it could be a very strong wind that I can be thrown off or out from that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So it's like it's something like you will probably expect in the movie.
Yeah, it could be actually from a movie set, whatever that is happening. As you can see in the picture that we're sharing, video of LRT train moving with door open has netizens shocked. Again, with all funny things aside, we do not mean this as a funny thing. We do not mean this as a joke. It is
It's
actually a very serious matter because it concerns the safety of the passengers aboard on that train. Because, like you said, I mean, like, a gust of wind could literally just blow you out of the door. And imagine if
yes,
there were kids standing close to the door. They are not really that what you call it. They are not old enough to really understand what's going on. Imagine if a kid
yes, because
literally looks out the window like that. It's scary way.
yeah, because imagine if there is children around,
Yeah.
and then it happens probably then crows sit next to the door. What happened?
Mhm.
Because I don't think we have seat belts in the train, that holds us tight to the seat.
Macam naik roller coaster kan. You just sit there, buckle yourself
Yeah.
up and just like, enjoying your ride. It's just
Yes, yes. And
crazy.
then you are probably how many meters away from the ground?
Mm.
Probably what 50 meters or 100 meters, depends where which routes you are. Some are very high up there.
Yeah.
It's easily about a 10-story high, and then your trains is door is open up. The guts of all the winds are blowing in. I mean, this is hell.
Yeah.
Well, we can say it's definitely it's not a joke,
Yeah, it's
right?
definitely not a joke. And furthermore, Melvin, just to share with our fellow audience, obviously people they have known about this issue because why? This is not the first time that RapidKL has dropped the ball because previously, just a few months ago, a horrific accident involving one of the trains on the track actually involved in a collision with a standing, non-moving train. So
Oh yeah.
again, this is such a serious matter that we want to bring up. I mean, such mishap, such accident happen in a very short period of time. This is very much human negligence, isn't it?
Yes, it all happens this year.
Hmm.
I would say 2021 is a very short year.
Mhm.
I hope it's also short that we get all over with it. It's already now August. It happens that's quite recently, about 3 months ago before the lockdown. And this is horrifying too because no one would expect such incidents to happen. And this is everything they have done. They have done the so-called investigation. It's purely on human negligence.
Mhm.
You know,
And coming back to this, because why we are highlighting this is because, like, doing it once and apologizing it's understandable, but the fact that it's happening again, and we understand that humans make mistake, hence why you have a system, hence why you have a certain infrastructure in making sure that human mistakes do not happen again. But the fact
yeah,
that this is happening again in such a short period of time, Rapid K is definitely dropping the ball on this. Something needs to be done, but they're just coming out and apologizing. Well, we understand you can apologize all you want, but this is definitely something that needs to be looked into, at least by an independent party in checking your whole system, what is going on. I mean, kita tak boleh nak biarkan benda ni berlaku berterusan, betul tak?
yeah. How many apologies are we going to expect?
Hmm.
right? But just test your memory. That's another two more incidents that has been highlighted recently. Can you
Okay.
recall?
Recently, I tak tahu. Sepengalaman I, apa yang I ingat, zaman, I mean like we're talking about way back when, where people literally had to disembark the train because the train came to a halt in the middle of the track, high above near university, if I'm not mistaken. So they had to walk to the closest station outdoor,
Wait,
just like that. Because but that was way back. But I don't remember anything recently. What happened
well,
recently?
well, two things. Well, talk about another things that happened probably 2-3 months before the lockdown. MRT. This is MRT two.
Mm.
This is somewhere near in Cheras. The so-called the pillar collapse, the foundation
Oh
collapse.
yes, during the construction, isn't it?
Reconstructions, yes.
Mm.
That also killed someone immediately.
Yep.
And then the latest was as yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday in Klang, LRT 3. You see, two workers and one person was trapped when the metal sky floating on the LRT constructions collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
This is near Premier Hotel. Those who stay in Klang would know. It's near Premier Hotel along Jalan Nangat in Bandar Bukit Tinggi in Klang.
Mm-hmm.
And this morning, of course, they have a stop order immediately. And the person who was trapped was actually died. The worker. So 4 people were rescued and 1 person died.
Yeah.
So there's so many things happen this year. One happens in Ampang, I believe, also sometime this year.
Yep.
So is keep on apologizing. It means you have no sincerity. People, I mean, us as a common people, if that's too many apologizing from the organizations, I can just tell you that they do not mean what they say.
That, I mean, like, no. My point of my opinion on that is that, okay, again, looking at all the things, we understand that nothing is perfect. We understand that nothing, go the way that it should be. But when it comes to all these things, when it comes to building infrastructure, obviously no project could get the green light if no safety precaution is taking place at the beginning. Semenjak awal lagi, all your testing, all your checking, your double checking, your triple checking. The fact that these kind of things are still happening within our country, yang sepatutnya negara kita dah negara yang maju ataupun yang menuju ke arah negara maju, being modern, being civilized, being proper, having all the professionals. This is not even third world country. This is this way back country yang macam zaman-zaman yang tak ada kepakaran. It's just sad.
It's very sad because I realize, I don't know whether they have another independent department that go around the site 24 hours a day. It needs to be checked on the structures. Check on the structures that if it's under constructions. We have, because it's all subject to wear and tear. Because all these constructions of MRT2, LRT3, it would take years. And the scaffolding might be there for months or over years. It will wear and tear. So it had to be tightened or replace it.
Yep.
Every time that I drive to work, which is I bypass the TRX.
Before when you were allowed to leave the house
Yes. Those good old days. I hope the good old days come back soon. So near the Kampung Pandan roundabout, near the TRX, there's a lot of major flyovers, constructions, and all these things. So every time, I have this fear driving past those high bridge. It's always, I look up there, it's like anything to drop to you at any moment.
Yeah, I imagine having that fear, having untuk ada ketakutan tu sebenarnya. I think it's high time that Melvin Lam actually gets a helicopter to go to in and out of work doing groceries and everything lah. But whatever it is that we want to mention, we need to move on from this topic, Melvin. But whatever it is, we do want to highlight to RapidKL, please, RapidKL, whoever it is, your consortium, whoever it is that is behind the helm of making all of these things safe, it is for the people. So please make sure that everything is done properly and correctly, because Imagine, I mean like you mungkin tak sedar kalau you tak naik tak apa, tapi kalau anak beranak you naik, kalau your wife or your cousin or whoever it is, tak payah fikir cousin lah. The people, have some decency, have some form of humanity, make sure that all of the job is being done properly and check, double check, triple check at all time. Okay, moving on to our second topic. We have actually discussed about this topic a few days ago when we highlighted that this particular industry has been exhausted. Mereka memang terlalu penat sangat, bukan kerana apa, because of the current pandemic COVID-19 that is happening. They are underpowered, they are under manpower, they do not have enough resources to build up. We are talking about crematoriums today. And Melvin, you have a bit of an update. What is going on with crematorium ni? Share with us. I nak tahu.
Okay, before I proceed, I think our show, our so-called our program's hot issue, do bring up things that's very relevant to life. We brought up about death, and now it's reported as yesterday. People have, I believe being a Muslim, you don't believe, you all don't do crematorium.
No, we don't.
Right. But those like us, like Buddhists, my parents, all those things, we cremated, right? But then now, it's the whole in Wilayah, in Klang Valley, people have to queue up for days to get the chance to be for the so-called the family to queue up for the loved one, the bodies of the loved one to be cremated, because it's all packed, fully packed.
Yes.
There are 12 crematoriums in Selangor, KL, and it's already in full capacity, and one have to wait for days to get to their turns. So that's how bad it is. And never before also happens in Malaysia.
I mean like, okay, I mean bercakap dari sudut agama yang berbeza. Again, Melvin, you're being a Buddhist, myself being a Muslim. Obviously, there's different ways for us to handle our loved ones when they pass on, when they're no longer with us. Tapi, I share your pain, I share your concern, because even for us Muslim, as well as what we have talked about, berpuluh-puluh van jenazah beratur di hadapan hospital Kuala Lumpur the other day. Somebody actually shared it online on TikTok. A lot of these vans are waiting, and again, going to the burial site even is like, they had to wait. It's like taking out a ticket kalau you nak pergi ke JPJ nak renew your license ataupun nak renew your road tax. Sebenarnya it is that bad because there's been so many deaths happening. And furthermore, with kepada mereka yang beragama Buddha ataupun beragama Hindu yang membuat where had to cremate the deceased, I can imagine the infrastructure that's being sent there. As reported, ada 12 saja crematorium around the Klang Valley, Melvin.
Yes. And then they say that even they have to build one, it will be not the time have to be there. It will not help. So that's the case now. We are living under this scenario now. A body need to wait for 3-4 days before their turns.
Okay, I nak tanya you pula, Melvin. I mean, like, again, I do not know this because for us Muslims, it is very, very much advised ataupun apa yang kita praktikan usually is that once we lose somebody, a Muslim who dies, more often or not, we try to immediately bury that particular deceased person. Kita akan cuba mempercepatkan sebaik mungkin. Contohnya, if he passed at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so we try to hurry up the process as early as possible so that the body is not exposed too long. Tapi untuk mereka yang beragama Buddha yang mengamalkan to cremate the remains and whatnot, usually is there a waiting time normally before the pandemic?
Before the pandemic, now I have to clarify this one. If at this let's say during the pandemic, COVID-19 now, if someone die, if not because of the virus, of course, the government will still allow them to do foreign SOP, have the ceremony, prayers, and all these things. If a person die of COVID-19, government do not allow them to go through all this ceremony. They have to be immediately either burial, of course, Buddhists or also some of them choose to be burial, or some will choose to be cremated. Depends on the wish of sometimes the deceased before they die. I wish to be cremated or burial and all these things. But if someone who are during this time die because of COVID-19, no ceremony is allowed. Only post ceremony is allowed. Even the family members cannot allow to see the loved one, to send the final farewell. I mean, I actually, since I mean, in the social media, I mean, that's very sad. What they do is they go live versions. The staff of the so-called the operator will show the video how they send off the family, the deceased, to the family of the deceased through Facebook Live.
Yeah.
You know, so ceremony is not allowed. If someone died because of the COVID-19 virus, they have to be immediately sent off to cremated or to burial. But then if it's to cremations, now we have to wait 3-4 days. You know, and then I just imagine if your loved ones has passed away because of COVID-19, and cremation is something they have decided on, but then it won't happen for next few more days. The second passed so long. I mean, imagine that their families there. It's all waiting, elderly waiting there. I mean, it's already sad enough, but the body is in the morgue, and then the morgue is already packed.
Correct. Yeah. Banyak ada yang melaporkan yang rumah-rumah mayat yang ada di Kuala Lumpur, di Lembah Kelang khususnya, we are getting overstocked because why? A lot of deceased, a lot of dead bodies keep on coming in because of COVID-19, and they cannot afford to put these bodies elsewhere because the fact that the body is still carrying the COVID-19 virus with them. I nak cerita dengan you satu cerita yang sedih juga, Marvin, because I actually saw this online. Somebody shared this in one of my WhatsApp group. There was a family down, I can't remember where, keluarga Muslim. Obviously mereka tak dapat nak mengebumikan jenazah orang yang mereka the one that left them tu, tapi apa yang pihak ambulance ataupun pihak hospital lakukan, they actually had the body of the deceased, jenazah itu di dalam van jenazah, dan mereka slowly bawa di hadapan rumah saudara mara, very slowly, driving very slowly to give their last respect. I mean, that is it was very, like sangat-sangat menyedihkan when you actually look in those situations. I'm not in that situation, and I felt that my heart just sank and, getting teary eyes because I cannot imagine not able to, look at your loved ones. Granted, they have passed for the last time because of this virus that unfortunately they died of, and crematorium is no different because, like, for other religion as well, not being able to actually say goodbye, paying last respect for the last time, not being able to do that, it is just it's heartbreaking. Dan kita harap sebenarnya both Melvin and myself, kita dua-dua tak pernah ataupun tak akan menghadapi situasi sebegini. We really and we pray to the God Almighty that we do not experience this kind of thing, but we share or we empathize. We with everyone of you guys out there. It is definitely not easy for you guys to actually go through right now, and it is just saddening. And our prayers and our best wishes goes to all of you, even if we can't do anything else. But just that, at least we're giving you positive vibes. We're giving you our love. We're giving you our support in any way possible. Melvin, malangnya kita dah kehabisan masa. We're almost running out of time. It's such a bit of a sad note talking about our last topic, but we cannot run away from it. It's reality kan sebenarnya.
It's reality because every day we have this, not only the increase of cases, but also increases of the death. And at one time we hit 200 over people, I believe.
199. I think the most that we've hit is 199 death in a day in regards to COVID-19.
Yeah, that's high. That's a high number.
Yeah, that's high. But okay, kita cuba tenangkan. Okay, try to take deep breath. It is a very, happy topic. It is a very happy topic. Again, we apologize, fellow viewers, but because why? Kita sebenarnya tak suka nak cerita benda-benda sedih ni. We don't like to talk about sad stuff, but it is the reality of the situation.
Of life right now.
We need to highlight to you guys. We need to share with you guys what is the current situation because we love you guys. We want you guys to be strong. We want you guys to be awesome. And sometimes you need to harden yourself by discussing sad news in order for us to be stronger in life.
Yes,
Putting
yes,
that in note, so kita nak tukar sikit vibe, kita nak tukar sikit kita punya situasi sekarang ni. Yes, we're running out of time, but of course, as always, pada penghujung setiap rancangan, saya nak kongsi. Okay, angkat tangan lu. Yes.
We never run out of time. We make time.
We make time.
Yes.
Okay, fine. We make time.
Our time, our life is not going to expire so soon. That's for sure.
All right. Touch wood, touch wall, touch batu, whatever it is that you want to touch. InsyaAllah kita akan bersama-sama lagi dengan anda. Same time, same place, every weekday. Tapi again, before we leave you guys, as always, we want to make sure that you guys learn something beneficial, something that you may be able to use. Sekarang ni Melvin dah belajar dengan saya dah hampir 10 hari dah tentang bahasa Jerman. How well is your German right now, Melvin?
Just like the first day.
No changes whatsoever. Okay, hari ni sebab kita dah sampai ke hujung minggu, kita nak ajar satu phrase. We want to teach you one phrase. I want to teach you one phrase to wish you guys happy weekend. So, dengar betul-betul. Alright? Happy weekend in German means schönes Wochenende.
Are you sure it's German?
Hey, you want to learn or not?
Is it German? Yes.
One more time, I repeat to you, schönes Wochenende.
Schönes is happy.
Schönes.
Is it happy?
Yeah. It's more like greetings like happy lah.
Schönes.
Schönes N for Namibia. Schönes.
And we end this.
Wochenende.
Wochenende.
Wochenende. Yeah. Wochen means week, Ende means end. So weekend, literally. So schönes Wochenende.
Schönes Wochenende.
Okay lah, susah lah. I ajar my 11-year-old daughter. I think she'll get it better lah. But at least
Don't stress me over the weekend.
Definitely it's something that we don't want to, instill in you and to anybody else there as well. Thank you so much, Melvin. Hope to see you again on Monday.
Yeah, see you on Monday.
All right, cheers. Okay, guys, that was Melvin together with me sharing with you guys whatever that's happening, whatever that is current, whatever that is hot. We discuss it during Hot Issue, What's for Lunch. Me, Mio Adan here, wishing you guys schönes Wochenende, happy weekend. Hope you guys have a great weekend ahead and come back to us. Tune back to us next week on Monday, same time, 12 p.m. on this channel. Mio Adlan signing out. Bye. Schönes Wochenende. Goodbye.